Hi there.
Hello.
Today's video is about the flooring, and so we went and saw a couple of flooring suppliers around here and decided that vinyl flooring is most probably the best for us, easiest to put down. Although I don't think it's a very hard wearing flooring. I was going to do the flooring out of teak, which is very hard wearing, but it's also very heavy, and I didn't have exact right equipment to prepare the teak with. So we gave up on that idea.
You already had the teak slats, so
yes, I've made all the teak. I've prepared it, or semi-prepared it. I hadn't finished preparing it when decided it wasn't going to work. So we looked online and we went and saw a couple of flooring shops, decided what we were going to get, and we were about to go off to the warehouse in Dubai, and then my wife went dumpster diving.
I do have a land.
And Hanneke came home with a surprise for me. A van full of vinyl flooring. So we should go through and explain how it all works, and that it was reasonably easy to put in. It wasn't too difficult.
Although there was quite a lot of swearing going on.
Oh, plenty.
And
yeah.
John was pretty stiff the next day from pushing and shoving this stuff around. But, yeah.
Working in a confined space like the van, this stuff is ideal for doing a big room. It'll fit and go in very quickly. And the other thing is that normally this flooring is laid in what they call a floating manner, so it's actually not glued down at all. It actually just sits in place. But in the van, it wouldn't have worked. So I've actually had to glue it down, and that made it even more difficult, because once the glue grips, trying to work with the slats is not so easy. Anyway, it went in. It's already been slightly damaged. That was my fault, and well, it looks good.
Looks very nice.
Makes quite a difference to the van. So
yeah, so progress is still really slow, although we are starting to get a little bit more active, because we are trying to leave in November. It is still incredibly hot. You will see actually on this video where John actually had to stop because it was still too hot. The temperatures are still going up to 42, 43. Humidity is quite high. Although the Suhail star has appeared in the skies, and that is the Arab sign for the Arabs here that it is the end of summer. And we actually are feeling it. Some of the days are a little bit more bearable than before, and we are starting to push a little bit more. So we are busy working on the sofa area at the moment. I've been working on blinds for the windows, so there is still work being done, and I am now on a mission.
when isn't she? When isn't she?
So I am now really trying to push, because the end is so close. I'm busy working on our trip, looking at visas, and insurance is actually our big problem at the moment, is trying to find a car insurance that will insure us from the UAE. All the insurances for Europe are all from the UK mostly, and you then have to be a UK citizen and UK based and everything, but to get anything from here is a little bit more difficult. I think I might have found somebody. I've still got to work on that, but we are getting there. But it's getting very exciting now.
Anyway, we hope you enjoy this video, And if you haven't, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you on the next one.
Okay then. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, you grow hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up.
So I found all this floor paneling yesterday outside a dumpster. Picked it all up, put it in the van. I had 2 gentlemen helping me because I was on my own, and they were actually the ones that were chucking it out. So they'd already chucked it out, unfortunately. So we had to pick it all up and put it in the van. But the problem though is that they are damaged. Do you want to just explain?
These are vinyl sheets that fit together, so there we go. They're interlocking, so if you see that, that's quite tight and won't pull apart easily. To do that, there's this ridge, and let me just take that off. So this is obviously used flooring and was just ripped up. And these are good ones that I've managed to salvage. I've got a pile over there where all these ridges have been torn off. Now, a little piece like that doesn't matter because it's along the most it'll be caught on. But I need that ridge on 2 sides. So these are the floor for the van. There are 15 pieces here, which is enough. But I'm going to try and get at least another 5 out there, so that when I do cuts, because I'll be staggering the floor, so you don't want 2 joins following each other. A line along there, you want the lines to be staggered so that the floor holds together better.
But because we're actually moving to Canada and we're looking at building our own home there, I took the whole lot, and whether we take it all or not, I'm not sure, but it was all there. And this is actually really, really expensive stuff that somebody's just chucking out, so it might be of use. If it doesn't fit in our container, then
we're being as green as possible and doing our bit for recycling.
Exactly.
Because this is all plastic, although it's nice looking wood stuff, it's all actually plastic.
Yeah.
So, I've been testing the glue for the floor. First of all, I just put some here just to dry, and you can see this is it's pretty hard. It's setting. It hasn't set 100% yet.
How long?
I think it takes 7 days to set fully. But I've glued these bits on, and this is. I reckon I'd break it if I really tried to pull it off. But it's on pretty tight, and that joint there is where I cut here and there, whereas there's a joint here which is actually difficult to see. First of all, the grain hides it, but it's an interlocking tile, so it's locked tight up, whereas this is not interlocking, so you can actually see some glue in that gap there, so I couldn't get it fully together. But yeah, looking at how that is stuck, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think it's going to move once it's in the van. irons are where my joints are going to be. If I had gone with the van, I would have had a joint on this, which is not good. So I've moved it up. Means I've got to cut a piece out there, so that the joint is in the middle here, and then the other joint will be along here, which will give me a bit of an overlap. So my first piece that I need in there is 24 centimeters. That little bit there I'm going to ignore. It's all going to be covered up. So. Now, there are three pieces here.
Okay.
I want to lift them up on their side as one piece.
This way.
No, I want that bottom.
Okay.
On the bottom. You got it? Okay, now lift it all as one piece. Okay, leave it just before the glue. Put it there. Okay, get in place. Okay, now I want it in that slot. Now don't twist it. Straight on that groove.
This way.
Lift it this way, straight on that groove. Okay, now tip it in. You're going to just have to push. Put it in angle like that. It's not in there. Okay.
this is poor John trying to cool down while trying to put the floor down. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning, but the temperature is already 42. And I don't know what the humidity is. It's probably about 50 or 60. So he's just having a quick break with some sugar and some cold. And then he will attempt to do the next half. And then he's going to just collapse for the rest of the day. After having a break of this morning and having lunch and having a snooze and just getting energy back, we're now doing the last bit of the floor. The humidity's up now, so John actually did have to go inside and cool down and just relax, and we were saying we're not quite sure how the workers manage, but they're actually a lot fitter and younger. You find that in the UAE from June until September, the workers are not allowed to work outside between 12 and 3 because it's too hot, and any company that violates this law will get heavily fined. But it's still difficult because sometimes they are still outside, although they're not working. They're allowed to relax, but
My wife doesn't seem to abide by that rule. She
What?
chases me.
no, I didn't chase you. I was very kind. I let you have a sleep, and I let you gave you your lunch and let you cool down, and I have not been nagging. But this is quite a big job, but you'll be very glad it's done. Often the workers actually work at night as well. And although it's humid and hot, at least it's not the sun.
Which, if you're living next to a construction site, is not nice.
Well, I was just about to say, then you have people complaining that they've got lights shining and noise all night. Electricity is not a problem in this country. So it is very difficult for construction people in the summer. But then I'm sure in the winter countries that have very cold winters, it's the opposite. I want patterns like this in Canada. On the floor or the wall or something like that. No comment?
You've got them in the van.
No, you can't see them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but I want them visible.
Anna. Explain that.
Anna means me. I haven't been me. Have I? How are you going to attach it? Just glue.
Yeah, we're just going to do it to the edge.
Yeah.
But now I just need to make that edge shorter, but this is right angle, so.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be like that. But it's also going to be up here.
And what's happening at the end here?
What? Where? Oh, there's a piece that's going to come along there.
Okay.
And that's where it goes, so. That's where that starts. Might round that edge off. Just so